I'm brushing my teeth when my phone buzzes on the sink. A text lights up the screen. Miss me? My toothbrush freezes in my mouth. It's from her, the girl who died last summer. My best friend. My heart slams against my ribs. She drowned at the lake, and I was there. I saw her slip under the water, her hands clawing at nothing. She's gone. Buried. This can't be real. I spit out the toothpaste, my hands shaking so bad I almost dropped the tube. The little green dot next to her name says she's online. Right. Now. Active. Typing. I stare at the message, my chest tight. Who's doing this? Some jerk messing with me? My thumb hovers over the keys, and I type fast. Who is this? This isn't funny. I hesitate, my breath loud in the quiet bathroom. The tiles are cold under my bare feet, and the mirror fogs up from the sink steam. Before I can hit send, another text pops up. I saw you at school today, my stomach flips hard like I'm about to puke. I was at school laughing with friends by the lockers, shooting hoops in gym, trying to act normal. How could anyone know that? How could she know that? I send my message anyway, glaring at the cracked screen. The phone's old, scratched up from dropping it too many times. No reply comes. Just those 3 little dots bouncing like she's writing back. I hold my breath, waiting. The dots stop. Nothing. Silence presses in, heavy and thick. I run out of the bathroom, my socks sliding on the hardwood floor. My room's just down the hall, and I slam the door shut behind me, twisting the lock. My desk lamp's on, casting a weak yellow glow over my messy bed, the posters on the walls, the basketball. In the corner, everything looks normal, but it doesn't feel normal. My phone feels like a brick in my hand, heavy and wrong. I sit on the bed, knees pulled up, and scroll through our old chats. There's a picture of us at the lake. She's sticking out her tongue. I'm mid-laugh, the sun bouncing off the water behind us. Another one, us eating ice cream, her daring me to try the gross pickle flavor. The last text she sent me was, "See you tomorrow." Bright and happy, the day before it all went wrong. I swipe back to the new messages. Miss me, and I saw you at school today. My throat burns. I turn off the phone, the screen going black, and shove it under my pillow. Out of sight. Maybe it'll stop, but it doesn't. I'm halfway under the covers, trying to slow my breathing, when it buzzes. Again. The sound cuts through the dark, sharp and loud. I freeze, my heart thumping so hard I feel it in my ears. I don't want to look. I tell myself it's nothing, maybe a spam text, maybe a glitch. But my hand moves anyway, slow and shaky, pulling the phone out. The screen's glowing harsh against my eyes. One new message. Look out your window. My room's on the 2nd floor, facing the street. The blinds are half open, letting in slivers of orange from the streetlight outside. I swallow hard, my mouth dry as sand. I don't want to do it, but my legs move like they're not mine, sliding off the bed, carrying me to the window. I peek through the slats, my fingers trembling on the plastic. The street's empty, just parked cars, the neighbors' overgrown bushes, a stray cat darting. Across the road, the wind moves the trees a little, shadows dancing on the pavement. Nothing weird. I let out a shaky breath, almost laughing at myself. Stupid. I'm freaking out over nothing. Then my phone buzzes again, right in my hand. I jump, almost dropping it. A photo's loading, slow because of the bad signal in my room. When it clears, my blood turns cold. It's me standing at the window right now. My face, pale and wide-eyed, caught in the streetlight's glow. The angles from below, like someone's out there looking up. I stumble back, my heel catching on the rug. My phone slips, clattering on the floor. I don't pick it up. I run to the light switch and flick it on, flooding the room with brightness. My hands shake as I yank the blinds shut, twisting them tight. No one can see in now. I grab my basketball and hug it to my chest, sinking onto the bed. My eyes dart around desk, closet, door. Everything's still. Quiet. But I feel it. That prickling on my neck like someone's watching. I don't look at the phone again. I can't. But I hear it buzz one more time, soft and low, from where it fell. I pull the blanket over my head and squeeze my eyes shut, praying it stops. It doesn't. I don't sleep after that picture. My eyes burn like they're full of sand, and my head throbs from staring at the window all night. The blinds are shut tight, but I keep imagining something out there, waiting. Morning comes slow, gray light, sneaking around the edges. I stumble downstairs, my legs heavy, and slump at the kitchen table. Mom's pouring coffee, her robe tied loose. She glances at me, frowning. "You look awful. Bad night?" I nod, my mouth too dry to talk. I mumble something about a nightmare and grab a cereal box, shaking some into a bowl. I don't tell her about the texts. She'd say I'm being dramatic. Or worse, she'd take my phone away. I can't risk that. Not until I figure this out. The cereal's soggy by the time I stop staring at it. My phone's off, stuffed deep in my backpack. I don't want to see it, don't want to touch it. At school, I keep my head down. Friends nudge me during lunch, asking why I'm so quiet. "You okay?" one says, tossing a fry at me. I force a grin and dodge it, saying I'm just tired. They laugh, but their voices sound far away. All day, I feel it, that itch on my neck, like eyes are on me. In the halls, in class, even when I'm alone in the bathroom splashing water on my face. I check the mirror, half expecting to see her reflection behind me. Nothing. Just my own. Pale face, shadows under my eyes. After school, I'm home alone. Mom's still at work, and the house is too quiet. The fridge hums, the clock ticks, but it's not enough to fill the silence. My backpack's on the counter, and I can feel the phone inside it, like it's alive. I try to ignore it, grabbing a soda and flipping on the TV. Some dumb cartoon blares, bright colors flashing. I sink into the couch, pulling a blanket over my legs. For a minute, I almost relax. Then it happens. My phone rings. Loud, shrill, cutting through the cartoon noise. I didn't turn it on. I know I didn't. My hands go cold. The soda can slipping a little in my grip. I stumble to the kitchen, heart pounding. The phone's on the counter. I must have taken it out of the bag without thinking. The screen's cracked but glowing. And her name's there, big and bold. I stare at it, the ringtone drilling into my skull. My thumb hovers over decline, but I can't press it. Instead, I hit answer and yell, "Who are you? Stop this." My voice cracks, echoing in the empty. "House." Static buzzes through the speaker, loud and scratchy. Then I hear it, a whisper, soft and familiar. It's me, her voice. The same one that laughed at my bad jokes, the one that dared me to jump off the dock. My knees wobble, and I grab the counter to stay up. "You're not her," I say, choking on the words. "She's dead." I saw it. The line goes quiet, just faint crackling. I hold my breath, waiting. Then she speaks again, low and shaky. "I'm cold." So cold, a sob breaks through. small and broken. My chest tightens like someone's squeezing it. I see her in my head flailing in the lake, water closing over her head, me screaming from the shore. "Help me," she whispers, so quiet I almost miss it. The call cuts off. Silence slams back in, heavy and wrong. I throw the phone across the room. It skids on the tile, hitting the wall with a thud. My hands shake as I run them through my hair, pulling hard. This isn't real. It can't be, but it's not over. The phone buzzes again, lighting up where it landed. I don't move. I can't. It buzzes twice, 3 times, then stops. My legs feel like jelly, but I force myself to walk over. A voicemail notification glows on the cracked screen. My finger hovers, trembling. I don't want to hear it. I have to. I press play, holding the phone away like it might bite. Her voice fills the room, thin and far away. I'm closer now. Check the backyard. My stomach drops. I run to the window over the sink, pushing the curtain aside. The backyard's dim, shadows stretching from the trees. The old swing set creaks, moving slow, like someone just let go. No one's there. But in the dirt below, wet footprints shine. In the fading light, bare feet, small and perfect, heading straight for the back door. I drop the curtain and stumble back, my breath loud and ragged. The lock clicks behind me, even though I didn't touch it. I'm hiding in my closet now, the door shut tight, a baseball bat gripped in my sweaty hands. It's midnight, and the house is so quiet I can hear my own heartbeat thudding in my ears. My cracked phone sits on the floor next to me. It's dim. Glow the only light in this tiny space. After those wet footprints in the backyard, I locked every door, every window, double-checking the bolts. Mom's still at work, her shift running late, and I'm alone. The bat's cold against my palms, and I clutch it tighter, my knuckles turning white. Every little sound makes me flinch, the creak of the house settling, the wind brushing the trees outside, the faint drip of a faucet somewhere downstairs. My phone buzzes every few minutes, each vibration like a jolt to my spine. Texts keep coming. Let me in. I'm outside. Don't you miss me? I don't reply. I can't. My brain's screaming this is impossible, but my gut twists with the truth. I know it's her. A tap echoes through the room, sharp and sudden. It's on my bedroom window, like a fingernail clicking against the glass. My breath catches, and I squeeze the bat so hard my hands ache. Another tap, then a slow scrape, deliberate and chilling. It drags across the pane, a sound that makes my teeth hurt. I want to scream, to call for help, but my throat's locked up tight, my voice trapped. My phone buzzes again, a video call this time. Her name flashes on the screen, and my stomach lurches. I don't want to answer, don't want to see, but the call connects on its own. The screen flickers, dark at first, then a blurry shape moves. It's her face, gray and wet, her eyes too big, her mouth stretched in a smile that's all wrong. "I'm here," she says, her voice echoing like it's coming from underwater. My hands shake so bad I almost drop the phone. The tapping stops. I hold my breath, listening. The bedroom door rattles, a soft shake at first, then harder. I didn't lock it. I didn't think I'd need to with the whole house secured. The handle turns, slow and creaky, and the door swings open. A shadow stretches across the floor, long and thin, bending in ways it shouldn't. My heart stops beating for a second, then slams back twice as fast. My phone buzzes one last time, the screen lighting up my lap. A text, "Look behind you." My blood turns to ice. I don't want to turn. Every muscle in my body locks up, screaming at me to stay still. But I can't stop myself. I twist my head, slow and jerky, the bat raised high. Nothing's there, just my cluttered shelves. A pile of dirty socks, my old skateboard leaning against the wall. I let out a shaky laugh, weak and wobbly, thinking maybe I'm safe. Then the closet door slams open, banging against the wall, so hard the hinges groan. She's there standing right in front of me. It's her, but not her. Her skin's slimy, like she's been underwater too long, and her hair drips dark water onto the floor. Her eyes are black pits, no white left, and that awful smile splits her face wider than it should. "You left me," she says, her voice low and rough, like gravel scraping together. I swing the bat with everything I've got, a yell ripping out of me. It slices through her, but there's no thud, no resistance. She's like smoke, curling around the strike. She laughs, a sound that's wrong, deep and echoing, bouncing inside my skull. The room plunges into darkness, the phone's glow snuffed. Out, I scramble back, hitting the closet wall, the bat clattering to the floor. My hands fumble in the black, searching for it, but my fingers brush something cold and wet instead. I yank my hand back, gagging. The lights flicker on, dim and buzzing, and she's gone. The closet's empty again, just my jackets, my sneakers, the bat lying where it fell. My chest heaves, my breath's loud and ragged. I crawl out, legs shaky, and grab my phone. The screen's cracked worse now, but it's glowing. One last message waits. "I'll wait for you at the lake." A faint drip, drip, drip starts somewhere in the house, steady and slow, like footsteps made of water. I stumble to my bedroom door, slamming it shut and twisting the lock with trembling fingers. My back presses against it, and I slide down, hugging my knees. The dripping gets louder, closer, seeping under the door. I stare at the puddle forming, dark and spreading, and I know she's not done. She's coming for me, and I can't run forever.